Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Booth Review. So, today we are going to be reviewing Birds of Prey. So, we watched this last night, and so the premise of the movie is it's following Harley Quinn. So, if you don't know Harley Quinn, she is the girlfriend of the Joker, who is a DC character. So, pretty much the movie opens up with them breaking up, but you don't see them. You just hear that they broke up. So there's a lot of people that are after Harley because she did a lot of bad things and Joker would protect her. But now that she doesn't have this protection, it's free game on Harley Quinn, and everybody wants to pretty much
hunt season.
Hunt, kill, maim, rewards, anything you can imagine. So she's kind of like on her own, figuring this all out. For the beginning of the movie, and the main bad guy is Black Skull.
Black Mask,
and is played by Ewan McGregor.
Oh, I really liked him this.
And I did not. I don't like him as a bad guy. Like, it seemed too forced for me. Yeah, so I didn't understand the bad guy either. Like, he's like fine without the mask on, right? And then he seems like he didn't want to really hurt some people, but then like when he puts the mask on, he's just like,
it's just war paint,
murder and kill and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I didn't really understand it. To me, it's more like Dr. Doom with the mask, so I didn't really understand it.
Some of the backstory there kind of reminded you of Dr. Doom a little bit.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I need a better villain than this if we're trying to get Harley Quinn, but okay. And the movie itself, here's my little thing. Just gonna get out there right now. The movie is called Birds of Prey, and then it's like the emancipation of Harley Quinn. The Birds of Prey part does not happen for most of the movie.
I mean, you see them, but yeah, they. The get together is towards the end, and I mean it's not their story, and that's part of the reason why the subtitle at the bottom there is the emancipation of Harley Quinn. So, because it's definitely her story.
It is her story. So, but with the title, I was expecting it to be a lot more of them together, I guess, because I guess the title for me, I might have just not really thought about it, but for me, I thought it was going to be more of them getting together to, like, do everything that they did towards the end. But, I mean, for me, Margot Robbie did great. She was a great...
She's almost, it feels like she was born to play this
role. I feel like, I mean, this is such a fun character to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How can you not have fun playing Harley Quinn?
Exactly, and... honestly, I kind of feel bad for whoever's going to follow her, because of course somebody's going to follow her. I mean, how many Jokers and Batmans every day?
Right.
But yeah, whoever's going to follow her is going to be. They're going to be, unless they have they completely tear it apart.
Yeah,
they have to redo everything. There's no way they're going to follow her.
Black Canary was also amazing.
Yes.
Like, so there used to be a show on the CW that kind of had all of these people on it, but I loved Black Canary. I love, like, the premise of Black Canary. She did great with it. I thought she was great.
Yeah, what was the actual Journey?
It's Journey Smollett-bell.
Bell
is her name.
Yeah, she was really good in this.
Yeah, she did. She was.
I mean, I haven't seen her in much. I know we talked a little bit of it. Like, she kind of, like, I know she's
from, like,
Full House, right?
Full House is what this person was
like a little
in.
girl.
And then I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's her?
Yeah, but I can't really remember her in anything else. But she was great.
She's going to get a lot more, I think.
She was actually part of it. Like, she was a scene stealer, I think. She really... she really brought her A game to this story, to this movie.
And then you had Rosie Perez. She was playing Detective Renee Montoya. So she's, like, obsessed with 80s cop movies. Like, apparently that was, like, her thing. And,
well, she acts like it, at least.
Right. So it's really cute, and I just love her in general, like, as an actress. Like, I love pretty much everything she does. She was in White.
Yeah.
But she's so good. For me, though, we differ on this part. The person that played Huntress, to me, so that was Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Mm-hmm.
For me, she was a little bland. I just thought it was just like...
I kind of agree with you there, but I wonder if that, because I'm not too familiar with that character.
But this character
I'm wondering if that's like how it was like supposed to be portrayed.
Are we doing any spoilers right now?
We'll give a warning. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. If you don't, skip a little bit, okay? So she has a very big tragedy in this movie, but she acts like monotone and like there was no emotion to what relates to why she's doing it. So she's doing this whole thing for revenge, but she's acting just like meh.
How'd you make that point? I mean, I get that actually. And was it enough rage in that?
Right, like the whole thing about revenge is you want them to pay for what they did, and it was just like blah to me.
That's a great point. I can understand that.
That's so I was like, to me she was just bland. Like she was the one that had the most rage, the most revenge that she needed, and
just didn't come through.
Did not portray.
I mean, yeah. Well, I wonder if some of it had to do because she's a trained assassin. So I wonder if some of her training had to do with like
maybe
keeping those emotions down, which I'm sure maybe we'll get more of that backstory in the next movie because there's going to be a next movie.
Well, let's hope. I mean, hopefully it's on the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
But other than that, like he had like his top henchman, which was
Victor Zsasz.
Yeah, Victor Zsasz. He was okay to me. He was.
I liked him and Ewan McGregor in this.
He's a little squirrely to me, but
that's Victor Zsasz in a way.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, he did okay, but I wanted more, and I told him like I wanted a little bit more. So like at the end, like I just wish there could have been a little bit of like a joke or something, like to give her a little bit of power or something to that. I will go a little more into details because I don't want to do too much spoilers. But I think overall, I liked it. I wanted more.
That's fair.
I wanted more.
I thought it was, when I think about, I will say DC to me, right now is on a roll. They're on a roll. When you think about how they left a few years ago with Justice League and what junk that was, they followed it up. They followed it up with Aquaman, which is pretty good, and they followed that up with Shazam, which was really good, and then Joker. I know that's not part of their universe thing, whatever. And then you got Birds of Prey, which I thought was really good. So they're kind of on a roll right now,
right?
And I thought this one was really strong. I think the acting was really good. The story was a little here and there. In a way, in some parts, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Deadpool with some of the backtracking, like the storytelling.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Good.
Yeah. Which I didn't have a problem with because
they'll do a thing and then he's like, oh, you don't understand what's happening. Let's rewind. And then they'd rewind it. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. And I think for most fans, they might actually be into that because most fans kind of like this. There's like a thing that goes around, especially these cons, like the comic cons and stuff, where they think Harley and Wade Wilson from Deadpool are together and stuff. So they might get a kick out of that if they
would get that,
along great,
but, though.
But for me, all in all, I thought it was actually pretty good. Like I enjoyed a lot of this movie, especially the ending. The fight scenes I thought were really crisp.
And all the fight scenes were phenomenal.
Some of the best fight scenes I've seen in any action, like not just action, but really any superhero movie as well. You know, there wasn't a lot of computer animated stuff, if any. It was all like most, like if fans out there for John Wick and stuff, like it was kind of like that, like just live action fighting, and it was really well done. It was really good.
Agreed.
Choreography was really good.
Yeah, they were really good. And the thing that I like is you couldn't really tell where a stunt double could have been. Like it's pretty much like you see. Like, so I think they pretty much did all their stunts.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like.
Yeah, and I think that's a testament to the director and Kathy Yan.
Kathy Yan.
She was. I thought she brought a nice energy to this movie.
Yeah.
Which it's something different too that a lot of the other comic book movies and stuff done. So I thought she brought a nice energy, which I think is a testament to her as well.
We do want to say this could be not a spoiler, but there's nothing at the end of the movie, so you don't have to watch the end credit scene. We did.
It's like a cute little thing if you really want to stay, but it has nothing to do with anything.
It's literally nothing, guys. So don't sit there. Overall, I thought the story was okay. I thought it was a little dragged out in the beginning. I wanted it to get to be more, but overall, we're going to start a new little thing. I think we're going to start.
We'll give our scores.
We're going to do our scores now.
We haven't told each other this.
So we should write like our score and then like see it or not see it.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys. Are we ready? So we're going to need you to write down your score too. And then
I will say real quick, one thing I want to bring up too that I thought was really cool is some of the last parts of the scenery, like and you've seen some of it in the trailer, like the lair of Harley Quinn essentially and Joker, where they were at the end, where all the fighting happened.
Oh, right.
It kind of took me back. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like the Tim Burton stuff.
Okay.
Like it kind of had that feel to me, and I really like that. So I just want to throw that out there.
All right, guys, ready? Here's our scores. All right, so we're kind of close. B-, B+. All right.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, guys.
Not a perfect movie.
No.
Didn't have to be, though.
Like I said.
But a fun movie.
I wanted a little bit more. I wanted her. They're trying to give her all this power, like that she's a good. And I just wanted, you guys can. It's not a spoiler alert. But I wanted Joker to, crawl back or call to her at the end and her be like, bye, I'm my own woman. Or something like that. I think that could have gave her a little bit of, oomph or something.
Give her more power.
Right. Because she, the whole movie, she was just like, I like Joker. Not that I miss him, but everybody was just not liking what she was doing because of Joker. And they knew she would go back to him. So I just wanted this to be I'm not going back to you. I don't need you. I did this all by myself.
I got some of that, though. All right.
All right, guys. Well, as always, we hope you enjoyed our movie review. Comment below. Subscribe. We love to hear from you guys. Comment. Thank you, guys, because we have been seeing some of your comments, and they are amazing. Yeah. So thank you so much. And we have a couple more movies coming up. So on to the next.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.